Good evening. Let us begin with the July 3 current affairs session. So let us have a look at the important article from the exam perspective. All right. So the very first article, Abhay Mudra, Buddhist and Hindu cultural symbol conveying freedom from fear. Okay. So this article, from preliminary perspective, it is a part of history section, that is to be precise, art and culture. And from mains perspective, GS1, GS paper 1, Indian heritage and culture. So let us try to understand what is the news article. So in his very first speech as the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi on Monday, that is July 1, he used or he invoked Abhay Mudra. Okay, so you can see here there's an image where Rahul Gandhi is projecting a gesture where his palm, he has raised his palm and his palm is open. Okay, so this is a very famous Buddhist mudra. Okay, this one, raised palm and it's an open palm. There's a very famous Buddhist mudra. You can see over here there's an image of Buddha, and here also there's a very same depiction where the palm is open and it is raised by Buddha. So this particular mudra is known as Abhay Mudra. And what is the meaning of Abhay? You can decode the word Abhay. Abhay means there is no fear, okay? Or you can say that freedom from fear, okay? So Abhay Mudra represents freedom from fear, and it is a very famous Buddhist mudra. We are understanding this article because recently this mudra was used by Rahul Gandhi as the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, right? So let us understand more details about mudras in Buddhism, okay? Now, first of all, what do the word mudra mean? So in Sanskrit, the term mudra means seal, or you can say some sort of symbol, or you can say some sort of sign, and the seal could be also used as a currency. This is a Sanskrit interpretation of the term mudra. When I talk about Buddhism, so in Buddhism specifically, mudras are hand and arm gestures. Okay, so these are the hand and arm gestures, which are a part of ritualistic practices. And usually you can see this mudras being depicted in the images of Buddha, Bodhisattvas, tantric deities in Buddhism, especially a part of Vajrayana Buddhism. Okay, so these mudras in Buddhism are sort of a gestures, hand and arm gestures. Okay, now, these mudras, they are commonly, they depict different, there are different interpretations. They have certain hidden meaning. So let us try to understand it. Now, before this, let us try to understand from what point of time frame of history, the depiction of mudras began, okay? So the depiction, first of all, the depiction of Buddha in the image form, it began from first millennium. We are aware that the oldest branch of Buddhism is Hinayana. And in Hinayana, there is no image worship. So there is no question of depicting Buddha in the form of image. But then later on, in the fourth Buddhist council at Kashmir, which was conducted by Kanishka of Kushan dynasty, we see a new branch of Buddhism emerge. That is the Mahayana Buddhism. And in Mahayana Buddhism, we see image worship and depicting of Buddha in the image form. So since first millennium onwards, we see the depiction of Buddha in the image form, and the school of art, which particularly depicted Buddha in the image form, that is the very first school is Gandhara art. Okay, later on Mathura was also there, but the first school which started the depiction of Buddha in the image form is the Gandhara school, which was patronized by Kushans. Okay, so when we talk about the earliest mudras, so there are four gestures which were used in the early phase. Okay, so the four gestures are the very first one which we understood, that is the gesture of fearlessness, that is the Abhay Mudra. Then the next is Bhumi Sparsha. We'll understand them, each one of them. Then you have Dharma Chakra Mudra, and then you have Dhyana Mudra. Okay, so let us try to understand these mudras. So you can see over here there's a Dharma Chakra Mudra. So Dharma Chakra Mudra, Dharma Chakra, this mudra is associated with preaching. Okay, so you can see over here the hand gesture. So this is also called as a preaching Buddha. Preaching Buddha. That is, Buddha preached his very first sermon at Sarnath after his enlightenment. So while preaching, he used this mudra. Ever since, this mudra is called as Dharma Chakra mudra. And Dharma Chakra means the wheel of law. So we say that when Buddha gave his first sermon, the event itself is called as the event of Dharma Chakra Pravartana. Okay, so it is called as Dharma Chakra Pravartana. So Dharma Chakra Pravartana, it is nothing but the event when Buddha gave his very first sermon. And this literally means that turning the wheel of sacred law. Dharma Chakra Pravartana, turning the wheel of sacred law. And this mudra was used by Buddha. The second mudra, which you can see over here, is the Bhumi Sparsha mudra. Bhumi means Mother Earth. Sparsha, you are touching the Mother Earth. Okay. So what does it literally means? It means touching the Mother Earth. Now, while performing meditation, like before attaining enlightenment, Buddha was undergoing meditation beneath the Bodhi tree. So there was Mara. Mara was the demon of illusion. Okay, so Mara was trying to seduce Buddha. Okay, trying to seduce Buddha while Buddha was performing meditation to attain enlightenment. So Mara did all the Mara tried all the means. He took a form of a beautiful lady and he was trying to seduce Buddha, distracting the attention of Buddha. But despite of all the efforts of Mara, Buddha continued to perform his meditation and finally Buddha attained enlightenment. So right after attaining enlightenment, Buddha used this mudra, Bhumi Sparsha mudra, where he called Mother Earth. Please come and see my purity, my chastity, that despite of all the efforts of Mara, I did not deviate from my goal of attaining enlightenment and I continued it. Okay, so this was a question also in 2011. In 2011, in prelims, there was a question on Bhumi Sparsha Mudra. So please remember, Bhumi Sparsha Mudra, basically Buddha is calling Mother Earth that please see my purity. Despite of all the efforts of Mara, I continued to attain my goal of enlightenment. Okay. Then the next mudra you can see over here, there's a Dhyana Mudra. Dhyana Mudra is nothing but meditation mudra. Okay. So when Buddha is performing meditation, he used to use this mudra. So these are the earliest four mudras which are very prominent in Buddhism. Okay. So Abhay Mudra, which we have already seen over here. Then we have seen this one, that is Dharma Chakra Mudra, and then you have Bhumi Sparsha Mudra and Dhyana Mudra. Okay. So this is all about this article. Now let us come towards the next article. Okay. So next article, the title here is Who was Abdul Hamid? Abdul Hamid was the hero of Asal Uttar battle. Okay. So let us try to understand this. Okay. So from preliminary perspective, this topic lies in the current events of national importance, and from the mains perspective, modern Indian history, okay, and internal security. So on Monday, that is 1st of July, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Chief, RSS Chief, Mohan Bhagwat, he visited the native village of Hamid. Okay, so the Abdul Hamid's his native village was Dhamupur, it's in Punjab. So he visited this place and here he released a book on Hamid. So book is written on Hamid. The name of the book is Mere Papa Paramveer. Okay, so this book is written by Dr. Ramachandra Srinivasan. Okay, so this year we had a question in preliminary examination on book written by Jai Shankar. So similarly, you need to now prepare such questions as well. So here there's a book, Mere Papa Paramveer, and the book is written by Dr. Ramachandra Srinivas. Okay. Another book was also released on the very same day by RSS Chief, Bharat Ka Musalman. Okay. So Bharat Ka Musalman is the yet another book. And this book is written by Captain Masood Ghazipuri. Okay. So there are two books. One is Mere Papa Paramveer by Dr. Ramachandra Srinivasan, and the second one is Bharat Ka Musalman by Captain Masood Ghazipuri. Okay. Now let us try to understand who was Abdul Hamid. Okay. So Abdul Hamid was born on 1st of July 1933, and he laid his life while fighting with Pakistani army. And the name of the battle is Battle of Asal Uttar. Now, this Battle of Asal Uttar, is considered to be one of the largest tank battles fought by India. And this battle was fought during 1965 India-Pakistan War. So we all are aware about the India-Pakistan War, 1965, fought under the leadership of the then Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri, where he raised the famous slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Okay. So Abdul Hamid, he died while fighting into this battle, and he was awarded Param Veer Chakra Award. So Param Veer Chakra Award is India's highest gallantry award. It was awarded to him posthumously. Posthumously, that is after his death. Okay. So Asal Uttar, this particular area where the battle was fought, it's in Punjab, which is very close to India-Pakistan border, okay, around 7 kilometers from the town of Khemkaran, okay, so 7 kilometers away from the town of Khemkaran. In September 1965, almost a month after the war broke out, Pakistani army launched an offensive by crossing the border, and many parts of this Khemkaran town were captured by Pakistan. And later on, once the battle ended, the town was given back to India in return of, in exchange of the areas which were taken by India. Now, let us try to understand about these awards, okay? So, post independence, after independence, three gallantry awards were introduced by government of India, okay? So, these three gallantry awards are Paramveer Chakra, then Mahavir Chakra and Veer Chakra. Okay, so these are the three awards. First three gallantry awards: Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, and Veer Chakra. So these awards were instituted by Government of India on 26th of January 1950, the day on which India became republic. Okay, and these were deemed to be effective from the day of independence, that is 15th of August 1947. Okay, so these were the first three gallantry awards introduced by Government of India. After that, three more new gallantry awards were instituted, and these new gallantry awards were Ashok Chakra Class 1, Ashok Chakra Class 2, and Ashok Chakra Class 3. These were instituted by Government of India on 4th of January 1952. So in 1952, we had three more gallantry awards, and they were also deemed to be effective from 15th August 1947. However, in 1967, these awards were renamed as Ashok Chakra. So Ashok Chakra Class 1 was renamed as Ashok Chakra, Ashok Chakra Class 2 as Kirti Chakra, and the last one, Class 3, was renamed as Shaurya Chakra. Okay, so like this, the gallantry awards were introduced in India. So once again, I'll repeat. So post independence, first three gallantry awards were introduced in India: Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, and Veer Chakra. On 26 January 1950, they were instituted. They were effective from the day of independence, 15th August 1947. Then again in 1952, three new awards were instituted: Ashok Chakra Class 1, Class 2, Class 3. And finally, in 1967, they were renamed as Ashok Chakra, Kirti Chakra, and Shaurya Chakra. Okay. Now, these gallantry awards are announced twice a year. You need to remember this: twice a year. First on the occasion of Republic Day, and then on the occasion of Independence Day. Okay. Gallantry awards are categorized into two times. First one is wartime. So wartime, that is during the war, in the face of enemy, you are achieving any bravery. So for that, you are given this award. And the next is peacetime. Peacetime, that is not during the time of the war. Apart from the war, any other time, if you are showing any bravery, you are awarded. Okay. Now, order of precedence is important. So let us try to understand what is the order of precedence of this six awards. So PAM KVS is the shortcut which you can remember. PAM, P for Paramveer Chakra, A for Ashok Chakra, M for Mahavir Chakra, K for Kirti Chakra, V for Veer Chakra, and then you have Shaurya Chakra. Okay, so yeah, Shaurya Chakra. and Veer Chakra. Okay, so PAM KVS is the shortcut which you can remember, right? So P for Paramveer, A for Ashok Chakra, M for Mahavir, K for Kirti, V for Veer Chakra, and S for Shaurya Chakra. Now, why this topic is taken in detail? Because like in 2023, there was already a question on awards, okay, sports awards, Dronacharya Award, there was already a question. Fine. So UPSC is now entering into a factual thing. So you need to remember this. Okay. You can see over here wartime gallantry awards. So this three, Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, and Veer Chakra are the wartime gallantry awards, and peacetime are the remaining Ashok Chakra, Kirti Chakra, and Shaurya Chakra. Okay. You can try this question. So let us try this question. Ashok Chakra, Kirti Chakra, and Shaurya Chakra. They were instituted by the government of India on 26th of January 1950. Now, this is definitely a wrong statement. Just now we studied that these three were instituted later on. Okay. Then these gallantry awards are announced twice a year, correct? First on Republic, then second on Independence Day. Very good. This is a correct one. Okay. Order of precedence. Okay, so we have understood what is the order of precedence. PAM, P-A-M, K-B-S. Okay, so just you have to match it. Paramveer, yes. Ashok Chakra, yes. Mahavir Chakra, yes. Kirti Chakra, yes. Veer Chakra, yes. And Shaurya Chakra, yes. Okay, so this is also a correct one. So your answer, how many of the statements are correct? So statement number 2 and 3 are definitely correct. So B is the answer. Okay, let's move towards the next article. Iran's presidential election. So from the preliminary perspective, this is related to the current event of national and international importance. And from the mains perspective, it is a part of IR. Okay, so we all are aware that Iran's former president, Ibrahim Raisi, he died in helicopter crash in the month of May. Okay, and since then the presidential election began. But however, neither of the top two candidates could achieve the majority, 50%. Okay, so that is being mentioned over here. Nothing to go into the details of it. Just you should be aware that Iran is undergoing the presidential election. And whenever the result will be out, we'll come to know who is the new president of Iran. Okay. Now, when we talk about relations between Iran and India, that is Tehran and New Delhi, okay? So when we talk about Iran, so we understand that Iran is on the radar of USA, right? USA had imposed sanctions on Iran. The second thing, Iran has also issues with Israel, okay, because it is said that Hamas and Hezbollah, they are being supported by Iran, okay. But despite of all these things, despite of all these issues, US imposing sanctions on Iran and Iran's involvement with Israel, okay, so has not impacted India's relations with Iran, okay. So we have cordial relations with Iran. Uh, if you talk about the trade between Iran and India, so in 2022-2023, Iran was India's 59th trading biggest trading partner. Okay. However, we see that the bilateral trade. Okay, so it reached around $2 billion. In the recent years, the trade between Iran and India is declining. It is contracting mainly because of the sanctions imposed by USA. So though the trade relations are contracting, but overall we share a cordial and healthy relations with Iran. Okay. Coming towards the next article. So the next article, just a second. Yeah. So the next article, it talks about the problem with Modi-nomics. Okay, so it's from the Indian economy perspective. So let us try to understand what is the ongoing story. Josh Fellman and Arvind Subramaniam, they have written that about Modi-nomics. Okay, so Modi-nomics is basically the economics ideology or economic policies advocated by Narendra Modi under his tenureship as the Prime Minister of India. Okay. So Arvind Subramaniam and Josh Pellman has written that Modi-nomics understands returns, but there is a cavalier negligence about risk. Okay. What is Modi-nomics? So Modi-nomics, it's a strategy where there is a focus on investment in India. Okay, so there's a focus on investment, and we are convincing the world, whole world, to invest in Make in India. Okay, so Make in India is the focus, right? But Arvind Subramaniam and Josh Fellman, they have written that though Modi-nomics focuses on investment in India, Make in India, but if you look at the overall scenario, the global investment in India, they are not that significant. Apart from that, even Indian firms, the domestic Indian firms, they have also been shy with respect to investing, especially in manufacturing. Okay. So what are the key takeaways? What is being written in this article? Let us try to understand it. Okay. So Modi-nomics, it talks about the Modi's policies in his tenure as the prime minister. So in the first term as the prime minister, Narendra Modi advocated measures in order to address the issue of risk, investment risk. Okay. Efforts were taken to provide overall macroeconomic stability, and focus was on inflation targeting and also reducing the fiscal deficit of the government. Also, banks' risk was also reduced by introducing insolvency and bankruptcy code. Okay, so that was done in the first tenure. Then, if we talk about the second tenure, in the second tenure, we see that definitely there was a focus on investment, but risk management we do not see as such being the focus. Okay, and this affected the investment scenario. Now, what all things affected the investment scenario? The very first thing it talks about that in the second term, what went wrong? The what went wrong was that frequent changes in the macroeconomic policy. So that confuses the investment and the sentiments of the investors. The second important thing, coercive state action. Like we see that coercive state actions like aggressive taxation involve targeting opposition with the help of ED. Then all the saga of that electoral bonds being introduced and recently being discontinued by Supreme Court. So all this affected the investor sentiments. And finally, supply chain. Okay, so supply chain, like if India really wants to be a global leader in manufacturing, we need to have a robust supply chain, especially raw material and all that should be readily available. So all these things have been affected, and that has affected the overall growth of the manufacturing sector. So that is a short article presented about the problems with Modi-nomics. Coming towards the next article again from Indian Economy. Now this article talks about critical mineral recycling. So critical minerals are the minerals which are required in the upcoming technologies like lithium, cobalt. Okay, so these are the critical minerals: graphite, chromium, silicon. So these are required in batteries manufactured for this electric vehicles, for solar photovoltaic cells. Okay, so these are the critical minerals. So the article talks about critical mineral recycling. Recycling means what? We are recycling the old batteries, and from those batteries we are extracting the critical minerals. So article says that government is planning for a product-linked incentive scheme in order to boost circular economy. And this scheme, product-linked incentive scheme, it's for critical mineral recycling. So let us try to understand what is circular economy. So circular economy is that economy where the focus is on recycle and reuse, and reduce is also there. So basically you are reducing the waste, you are reusing the things, and you are recycling. Okay. So that is the focus. So article says that the government is planning for product linked incentive scheme in order to boost circular economy in India, right? So what is the ongoing story? So Ministry of Mines, it is in the initial stage. It is planning to design PLI scheme to boost recycling of critical minerals in India, and the aim is to foster a circular economy and bolster domestic supply chain, right? So that is being highlighted over here. So the proposed PLI scheme It's being recommended by Niti Aayog, the top think tank of Government of India, and it is in sync, or it complements Battery Waste Management Rules 2022. So battery waste management rules were issued in 2022 by Central Pollution Control Board, and this rules mandated recycling of electric vehicles, especially the batteries used in electric vehicles from 2026 onwards. Okay. What does this? What are the other key takeaways? Let us try to understand. So PLI scheme, it is yet to be finalized. So they are just trying to make the scheme, and the target will be e-waste recycling. Okay, and oftenly this e-waste recycling is also referred to as urban mining. Okay, it is also referred to as urban mining. So urban, it means that you are mining, or you are recovering critical minerals like lithium, copper, cobalt. Here you can see the list: lithium, copper, cobalt, silicon, and chromium. Okay, so these are the critical minerals which will be recycled. And then these minerals, why we are focusing on extracting of this minerals, because these are very much crucial for clean energy technologies. So clean energy technologies, especially when I talk about solar modules, solar photovoltaic cell modules. Okay, then in the wind turbines, energy storage systems, then electric vehicles. Okay, so all consumer electronics. So here, this minerals will be used, right? So that is being mentioned over here. And also it says that definitely India's e-waste production is going to increase year by year, because there is a wide scale or fast adoption of electric vehicles in India. Then solar technology, wind technology is being introduced in India, and definitely we will require more and more critical minerals. So instead of looking for new mines or the new ores, what is the best thing? You just recycle it. Okay, so that is being mentioned over here. Next article, again from economy section. So it's a very simple headline, which is there: moderating inflation, aiding good trade recovery in India, China. Okay, so this particular statement, it comes from the UNICTAD report. Okay, so what does it say? India and China. So what is the ongoing story? You can see over here. India and China exhibited a very strong quarter over quarter export performance, as because other major economies, they have experienced decline in their exports. Okay? Major economies like USA. Okay, so as a result, India and China performed really well, and this is being mentioned by UNICTAD. Okay, so what is important from this article? So from this article, important thing is, what is UNICTAD? Okay, so the full form of UNICTAD is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. It is United Nations leading institution which deals with trade and development, and it is a permanent intergovernmental body established by United Nations General Assembly in 1964. Right? So established in 1964. Its headquarters is in Geneva, that is in Switzerland. And what is its objective? So its objective is to assist developing countries, especially least developing countries, countries with economies in transition, so that they could be integrated into global economy. Okay, so it helps the least developing countries, economies in transition, to be integrated into global economy. So this can be a question: which US agency intends or aims to help these LDCs and economies in transition to be integrated in the global economy? So your answer is UNICTAD. Okay. Now the reports by UNICTAD, already there was a question in prelims in one of the year. So UNICTAD publishes 3 reports. Trade and development report. Okay, so this was a question in one of the preliminary examinations. You need to remember this. Trade and development report by UNICTAD. The other reports are World Investment Report and Least Developed Countries Report. Okay, LDC report and World Investment Report. So that's it from this article. Let us move towards the next article. A home for cheetah. So in the yesterday's session only, we discussed about this. So let us go into the details of this article, home for cheetah. Okay. So it is an article from environment perspective. Yeah. Preliminary examination, usually it is a part of environment section as well as current event of national importance, what is happening in India. Okay. Yeah. So Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, which is in Madhya Pradesh, it is said to become the second home for cheetah in India. So yesterday only we understood that there are two species of cheetah, African cheetah and one you have Asian cheetah. Okay, Asian cheetah became extinct in India in 1952. So Asian cheetah, it used to be there in India and presently it is there in Iran. India say it became extinct in 1952. Asian cheetah exists. Where it exists? It exists in Iran. Okay. But India has introduced 20 cheetahs from where? From Africa. Namibia say 8 cheetahs. South Africa say 12 cheetahs. And they were introduced where? They were introduced in the Kuno National Park of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so from Africa, we brought these cheetahs and we introduced them where? In the Kuno National Park of Madhya Pradesh. But then, yesterday we studied one article. In the Kuno National Park, the cheetahs population declined rapidly since 2022. Cheetal, we understand that cheetal is what? Cheetal is a spotted deer, the brown deer with the white spots on the body. Okay. And we also understood that the only male cheetal, they have anteloers, that is a horn-like structures on their head. Okay. So cheetal, IUCN status is least concern. So we understood that in the Kuno National Park, cheetal population declined. Why it declined? Because cheetahs were attacking on there. Cheetah ka main prey base is cheetal. So assessment was done of the Kuno National Park. Assessment in the sense, what is the carrying capacity of Kuno National Park? So while assessment was done, it was understood that the carrying capacity is 21. Okay, so the carrying capacity is 21, but how many cheetahs were there? So 21 is the carrying capacity of Kuno National Park. But how many cheetahs I'm talking about, okay? How many cheetahs were there? 26. So since extra cheetahs, 5 extra cheetahs were there and they began to hunt on the cheetah. Okay, and as a result, now it was decided that we need to relocate them. And hence now the relocation will be done where? Will be done in Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. Now, not only cheetah, but even leopard, they prey on cheetal. Okay, so cheetal ke two most important predators are cheetah and leopards. Okay, so what is the IUCN status of cheetah? Cheetah ka IUCN status is vulnerable. Even the IUCN status of leopard is vulnerable. Okay, cheetal is least concern. So both cheetah and leopard, they prey on attack on cheetal. Okay. Now in this Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, there will be other predators also. So we have sloth bear, striped hyenas, wolves are there, grey wolves, golden jackals, jungle cat, Indian foxes, marsh crocodiles. Even they are there in this Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay. So let's have a map-based location of Gandhi Sagar. So Gandhi Sagar and Kuno, where are these located? Both are located in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Gandhi Sagar, you can see over here, it is bordering with Rajasthan, and here is the Kuno National Park. Okay. So you can expect a question, you can get a question, where are these national parks located? Like, where is this Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary and Kuno National Park located? Okay. So answer is Madhya Pradesh. Let's come to the last article for the day. Battered by heavy rainfall and floods, Northeast states on high alert. So every year the saga goes on. We know that in the month of monsoon, we see that the flooding occurs, right? Brahmaputra River and the other streams in the Northeast, they are above the danger level, and that so Northeast states this year also they are on the high alert. Okay, so what is the ongoing story? Northeast states continue to battle the impact of incessant rainfall and subsequent floods because several rivers they were reported to be flowing above the danger level. Okay, so all these northeast states are on the high alert. So the flood situation is worsened in Assam. Uh, approximately 11 lakh people have been affected across 28 districts, and death toll rose to 38. Okay, so even 12 fishermen have been stranded. Then in Manipur, major rivers like Imphal River, Tobel River, Iril River. So see, from such articles you can get understanding about the rivers. Okay, so in Manipur, this three. So UPSC might ask the question, where are these three rivers located? So you should be aware that in Manipur, we have these three major rivers, Tobel, Iril, and Imphal. Okay, so they are also about the danger level, right? So this is all about 3rd July current affairs. That's it for the day. Thank you so much.